Hey, what's up guys? My name is Terrell and welcome to Living Well with Terrell. Here I focus on inspirational and self-reflective content. Today we're going to be talking about finances. So my recent video discussed me basically saying that I decided that I want to be a millionaire, right? So I'm the type of person who pretty much what I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. If it's something I'm going to bring to the table and tell you guys about, I want to bring you guys with me every step of the way. And who knows, like maybe this is something you feel like you need to do, right? I feel like in the past, I've always had like a poor mindset, you know? I always had a poor mindset. And I've been looking at different YouTubers, different channels, because one thing I do know personally, when you take in a lot of information and surround yourself with a certain criteria of data or content, it has a way of sinking into your subconscious mind. And if you don't know the power of the subconscious mind, then I can help you. You gotta start all the way back from one of my first videos. Anyway, I found this one YouTuber, and when I tell you, she is so dope. She basically talks about how she makes a small income. She makes about $1,500 a month, but her mindset is so wealthy, she's able to save so much money. And I think she is at about what, 13K, something like that, 15K. I could be wrong, I could be selling her short. But I think her channel is The Upgrade, so I'll link it down below. One of her most recent videos had me thinking a lot, and she was talking about how to change your poor mindset. Poor mindset, some of the things she said really resonated with me, and I'm gonna be discussing that a little bit today. So one of the things she said, a lot of people with poor mindsets, they live beyond their income, you know, to paraphrase what she said. And I feel like I've definitely been doing that to an extent. Not necessarily directly, but I've been doing things like, you know, consistently eating out, not grocery shopping, just buying too many things. And one thing she said that I really appreciated was she was like, you know, when it comes to small things like buying the expensive toilet paper or something, you know, the expensive toilet paper might be like $4. Spending that $4 is not the reason you're broke, okay? Like, it's not the $4. It's not the Amazon subscription. She just had a lot of powerful things. And I want to hone in on that because I fall victim to that. I feel like you can try to be cheap, but being cheap is not going to get you rich. Exactly like she said. So I decided to pull up my bank statement and just, you know, look at where my money was going right. Now, I make a decent amount of money. With all my incomes, I make six figures, right? I make six figures. And obviously, you know, she makes much less than this based on her videos, but she has much better money management skills than me. And if I want to be a millionaire, I need to find ways to upgrade my mindset, right? All right, so let's do some sharing. I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw that really disturbed me in my bank statement. So I wasn't really aware of this, but you know, I bank with Chase. That's one of my banking people, whatever, one of my bankers or whatever. And they have this thing on the app where they tell you how much money you spent on eating out, how much money you spent on clothes, things like that. Like they have that for you. And me knowing that all the information they had was not the whole story, it really kind of made me feel even more bad because like, damn, I know in reality, what I'm seeing here is much worse. So I spent about $800 plus last month on eating out, okay? And even though I make an okay amount of money, I don't think I make a lot of money. Like, I don't make enough money for me to just be balling like that. Like, I'm not at that level where I can just be spending $800 a month on just eating out, right? But you know, you don't really notice it. And that's when I started to think like, it's really a mindset thing. Like, it's exactly what she said. All those small instances where I spend food here, spend money on food there, I just be like, oh, it's just a little quesadilla. But you go out and you buy that quesadilla combo might be like $12. But what if you go on tip? Like, I'm a tipper. I try to be fair. I'm not a huge tipper, but sometimes I get carried away. But I'll be like, okay, let me at least do $5, $3. That shit adds up. If you're doing that 3 times a week for a whole month, you spending money, okay? 60, 121, 80. You're spending money, and all that money is gonna add up and you're gonna look at the end of the month like, damn. So that was a big realization for me because it was like, I am definitely a person who's living beyond my means. Like when I spend money, I don't think about, should you be spending this? Like, Terrell, just because you can buy this, does that mean you can afford it? And you know, like a rule of thumb is if you can buy it 3 times, then you can afford it. And I may be able to buy something 3 times in that moment, but if I continue to calculate that throughout the month, I'll find out by week 2 that I can't afford it because I can't buy it 3 times. You know, so that was a big realization for me. And just moving forward, I plan to change a lot of things, right? So I'm putting myself on a strict 3-month savings plan, for lack of a better term. So I'm not going to be eating out this month as much as usual. I gave myself 1 time each month to eat out, okay? So 1 time every month, I'll go eat out. So this will force me to go to the grocery store and cook. That's something I have not been doing. You know, when I wasn't making money, cooking was not a big deal for me. You know, it's like, I'm gonna cook because I really don't have no choice. Like when I was in college, I was getting like EBT and I only would get like $198 a month. But when I tell you, my roommate and I made it off that $198 a month and we made it comfortably. Like we weren't struggling off that shit. So I'm just thinking to myself like, how can I do that now? How did I go from that to spending $800 a month? And it's all a mindset thing. Like I read this somewhere, it said, one of the biggest mistakes that people with poor mindsets do, when they increase their income, they increase their expenses. And I had to like think about that because I'm like, that's exactly what I've done. Like at this point in time, I am a renter, so I don't own a place. But you know, by December, I'm going to be changing that. Just a lot of things that, you know, I want to change, being that, you know, I'm a young adult. And like I said, I'm going to be a millionaire soon. So I have to be more strategic. I'm a very intelligent person. I'm a strong thinker and a strategic thinker. So I know I have the ability and the capacity to set myself up in a situation of financial superiority. So I want to do that. Let's see. Another thing she said is to fit fun in your budget. So I want to be really mindful of that going into this challenge, this 3-month challenge, where I'm not going to be spending a whole bunch of money on going out, but I can still have fun, right? And I want to give myself a little bit of flexibility because this is going to be something new for me. And because I feel like I can necessarily afford a little bit of flexibility. So I give myself 2 passes and I'm going to give myself 3 instances where I can go out and spend money on food. In terms of clothes, I'm going to create a budget for that. So another important thing she said was to create budgets for expenses that are not necessary, right? So instead of me just being like, oh, I'm gonna spend this little bit of money because I have like $3,000 left in expendable funds. Let me just spend this on that. I can just buy these clothes. I can just go to Shein. I can go to the mall and, you know, da 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 da. Let's define a limit for that. Let's create a budget for that. So she said a lot of powerful things, and honestly, I'm excited for this new task, this new journey. And I don't know, if you're having financial trouble, maybe you should join this with me. You know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a spreadsheet and I'm gonna be sharing that with you guys on my next video. And basically you can create your own formula based on your income. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like if she can do it making $1,500 a month, like I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I have no excuse. So we're gonna see. But other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to hit like, subscribe. Honestly, I don't know how that helps me, but all these YouTubers say it, so it must be the reason they say it. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.